Multiple scenes from the first season of Hawkeye have found their way online, and these scenes revealed that Wilson Fisk had a much greater and bigger presence throughout the first season. But this was all cut out so they could save it for that 5th episode where he is the hook to bring you on to the finale. Unfortunately, these scenes would have actually strengthened the entire show had they been kept in. So what we've seen over the last couple of days is a bunch of content that was cut from the first season of Hawkeye, specifically in relation to Wilson Fisk. We've seen scenes of him talking to Maya when she's young, when he says, "Oh, Uncle is here." We actually fully saw him revealed then and there, and he's talking to her while she's training there, which I thought was great. There's also more scenes in regards to some of the other dialogue in other sequences, because he was set to be revealed much earlier in the series. Which brings me to the initial reveal and the full sequence that hit the internet. Then it was taken down by the uploader, but I'll describe it to you because it's pretty simple. Essentially what happens is Eleanor, Kate's mom, she goes and meets Wilson Fisk after the Battle of New York. It's literally like right after the Battle of New York. And she sits down with him and she's like, "Look, I know you were operating with my husband. I know you guys were working together, but he's gone now. So I am who you got to talk to now. I'm going to be working with you." Now, chronologically, if you look at this and if you watch the scene, he's wearing the same exact suit as he was wearing in the first season of Daredevil. Also, the location seems to be the same. And I talked about this previously where people were looking at some of the locations they were shooting Hawkeye, specifically some of the set designs and things that were going on. And many people were like, wait a second, things with Wilson Fisk line up with Daredevil and Hawkeye. Is this a coincidence? Maybe it was still at the time, I don't know. But here, you can quite clearly see the way he talks in this, the way he moves, the way that they made the scene. If you were to toss this into the middle of like Daredevil season 1 and have it be a cutaway where Fisk is like, "Hold on, I gotta deal with something," and then he goes into another room, talks to her and leaves and comes back, it legitimately fits. It has the same tone, the same vibe, like the same mannerisms, everything Fisk is the same. And then by the time you see him in the proper Hawkeye, you see that he's different. So I see what they were going for here, and honestly, watching these scenes and seeing the pictures and some of the other details that have come out, I really think that they should have kept all this in. I get it, they wanted that hook. Was it the 5th or the 4th episode? I can't remember which one had the stinger for Kingpin. I think it was the 5th. Either way, though, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, who cares? I think I understand why they wanted it. It's like, oh, we gotta hook you for the final one, because that's the Marvel formula. The second to last episode now, every show hooks you with the Shaw. But it kind of, in my opinion, works against this series. Because having the Kingpin not just be called the big man or he. If you show him, it's like, oh, we know who the threat is, and eventually we're going to get there. Just in my mind, positioning these scenes throughout the series works. And then when Clint finally realizes, oh yeah, it's him. Yep, your mom is working with him. That's a big revelation to Kate. I think it worked personally better. I don't see why they cut them, but hey, I guess they had a reason to. That 2-second hook at the end of an episode.